Okay, I'll put it on speaker.
I think
Okay,
today is
so
she's driving. She looks like she might be driving.
good morning. My name is Rhea Cotton, third Vice President of Associated Real Property Brokers, and I'm here with our President, Marie Sturgill. Thank you for joining us, Marie.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's top of the hour now. It's 12 o'clock noon straight up. So
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
My third week here. I appreciate you putting this together. Our webinars are the first Wednesday of every month, no matter what. We know that it's
Yes.
day before the 4th of July, but we are here to bring you some valuable information. So I'll let Rhea go ahead and start us off.
Yes, so of course, yes, every first Wednesday of the month, we have a webinar to share information to our membership and to talk about upcoming events for Associated Real Property Brokers and educational topics. And so today we are talking about our faith-based initiative certification training that is going to be held next week. And I'm just going to share the screen so we can see our invite is online on Eventbrite for the event. And I'm really excited about this. We're doing this in place of our monthly lunch and learn to get certified and reach out to the churches. And so, Marie, in you coordinating this event for us, can you just start off by letting us know who we have presenting and the location and date?
Okay, yeah, so we are fortunate to have our National Director of Faith-Based and Community and Civic Engagement, Bishop Craig Worsham out of Los Angeles, to come and bring us this valuable information. The National Association of Real Estate Brokers has a faith-based component that they have incorporated from the national level and actually sit on the faith-based community. And so what we're going to be doing on next Tuesday, July 9th, the location is Mingo Tim Temple Church, address 1222 Market Street, and you will be getting certification, which will allow you to be more engaging with the churches. So the time is from 10 o'clock until 3 p.m. And you'll have complimentary refreshments and complimentary lunch, which is provided by Union Bank. I want to thank Michael Jackson over at Union Bank for sponsoring and being our sponsor for this.
Okay, great, and I'm really excited. I actually have some literature together to kind of reach out to churches. So this is just adding to my efforts in the community as a real estate professional. So can you tell me why it's important to get certified versus like someone like me who's a broker just walking into the church and asking them to present on real estate topics and educating their congregation?
Absolutely. Well, understanding the faith-based environment and how to best approach it to engage faith-based leaders, that's why we have put this together. We have, in conjunction with USC Center for Community Engagement, the Cecil Murray Institute is who we are being partnering with for this great initiative that we have embarked upon. And so National has actually been going across the U.S. Our faith-based certification chapters trained under Bishop Worsham have already been to Ohio, Detroit, Texas, St. Louis, Indiana, and Chicago is next, and then also will be us. And then they also just now have attended the Full Gospel Baptist Church relationship under our third Vice President Courtney Rose on the national level. It's the Full Gospel Wealth Building Pavilion, which was in Nashville, Tennessee from July 1st to the 3rd. And that's over 6,000 pastors from all over the U.S. in the country. And so this is what type of things that we're putting together so that we can be better equipped to go into the churches to be better equipped to give them the information and work with them and have the opportunity to work with them. So to ensure that we have best practices to engage faith-based community with our mission of building 2 million new homeowners across the U.S.
Okay, and so that is important for us because instead of just walking in as a real estate professional or trying to build a relationship, this is basically telling the church community that we have a national presence. And so, would you agree that this is sort of like a political movement for us and in the churches with the 2 million and 5 initiative?
Absolutely, because building Black wealth through homeownership, we know is one of the key and has been one of our cornerstones to maintaining and building generational wealth. So the churches have been, since the inception of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers in 1947, we actually used to meet in churches. So that is why we know the importance of our faith-based community and just getting back, because we know that they are the cornerstone. And so if we can go ahead and engage with them from a community standpoint to educate their parishioners the value of homeownership and building wealth with homeownership.
I've also heard that in a lot of the church communities, they are having some issues with retaining their congregation because of housing and relocation. So, does the initiative address this as well, as far as educating the church on how to retain and keep their congregation within the community?
Absolutely. Bishop Craig Worsham has his hand on the pulse in all of those because he's actually been meeting, having what we call pastor roundtables from a bigger standpoint. And that is one of the concerns of the pastors in their congregation is that they're seeing that if they purchase a home, that they might possibly have to commute or move out of the area. And so those are the things that we're addressing because a lot of the churches do own land, and then we're coming up with ways to address affordable housing and how do we actually come up with programs that will allow members to stay in the communities that they're already in so they're not displaced doing this. So that's one of the key stones. And we know that in California, with the prices of housing being so significant, especially in the Bay Area. So those are one of the things that Bishop Fred Worsham, he is actually addressing as well, and he will be addressing at this under the certification.
Okay, and in addition to just retaining the congregation, I'm noticing a lot of the church leadership getting involved in building affordable housing and providing housing around their church communities. So, this initiative it's on a personal scale, but it's also on a larger, more scale of actual land development, wouldn't you say?
That's correct. That is correct, Leah, that they are looking at the opportunities because a lot of churches do own land. So now it's having conversations with the city, having conversations with NARAB about how to go ahead and move forward in being a part of the conversation. So we will be talking to some of the land developers, and that's why it's important that we have Bishop come and lay the foundation for us up here in the Bay Area, how we're going to be engaging with the community leaders. So that's why the certification, it really drilled down in so many levels of specifically how we do approach our faith-based leaders.
Okay, and so, and definitely with our faith-based leaders, it basically funnels down to the congregation, right? Because the church leadership has a real intricate part in a lot of their membership's financial and personal goals, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
So I think that is very instrumental in having the leadership at the forefront because they're going to lead the flock.
That is correct, Rhea. And so that's why it is very important that we as realtors be equipped with the necessary tools to be engaging with the faith-based leaders and that from a national, that is coming down from a national standpoint so that when we go in, we have literature, we have pamphlets that we can actually, they can say, we've heard about NARAD, we know about your faith base, we know what it stands for, and so that we can actually get in front and have a true dialogue, get in with some workshops. And because we in and engage some of their parishioners that are actually real estate professionals that may not be members of the Realtist organization. So those are the type of conversations that we will be able to have going forward. And I'm looking forward to speaking with Bishop. He's just getting back, like I said, from Nashville, Tennessee, once a day. And before he comes with pre-prep, I talked to him about the big full gospel that the convention that they had down there. Like I said, over 6,000 pastors came from all over. And we'll
Oh,
be able to speak on that based upon the Northern California, the pastors that were from here, from the Bay Area. And so that we really are going to sit and come up with some great opportunities so that we can move forward and be able to get more engagement with churches. Because there's almost a church, as they always say, a church on every other corner. So we really do need to be able to get into those congregations and be able to speak about the value of homeownership.
great. Well, I'm excited, and that's good news that he's come from that convention. So I'm really excited to see what he has to share with us, and I'm definitely ready to be a sponge. So we're going to end the webinar here. Marie, you just want to tell us one more time the date, time, location, and also again a big thanks to Union Bank for sponsoring this event.
Yeah, we want to thank you and make again. And this is a member-only event. So if you are not a member and you are interested in participating in this, in our faith-based certification training, then feel free. You can go to our website, which is www.arpboaklandrealtist.com. Again, arpboaklandrealtist.com. It's going to be this coming Tuesday, July 9th at Mingleton Temple Church, 1222 Market Street. There's ample parking. You enter the parking from the 12th Street entrance. And from 10 to 3, and you will leave with a certification and some great information. So we look forward to having a packed house. I've already, our registrations are coming in strong, so we know that we'll definitely have a packed house. So we look forward to it. I'm seeing all of our members and renewing members. If you can get your membership in, I'll be reaching out to some of you guys. And I thank all of you guys for all of your support for what we do to continue to increase Black wealth in the communities that we serve. Black homeownership matters.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you. So
Julie.
that does it for our webinar for July. And so I look forward to seeing everyone not only at our faith-based training next week, but again next month on the first Wednesday for our next business development webinar. Rhea Cotton, third vice president, and Marie Sturgill, thank you, our president of the Oakland chapter of Associated Real Property Brokers and NARAB, for this webinar. And I hope to see you guys again next month.
Mm-hmm.